Don't get me wrong. There is some risks, there is some danger, and there is some negative things that I had to deal with living in a van. But overall, it's been a great experience. You know what I mean? So I have nothing but positive things to say about the van.
We just want to welcome y'all back to another episode with your boy, with my co-host, my star co-host over here, Young Rocco Nasty. And today I want to be talking about the rich van life barber. You know what I mean? Why I chose to do it, how it is, how long I've been doing it. And I feel like I'm sitting all square and proper. Let me relax, lean back a little bit, you know what I mean? That's how I'm coming. Man, the rich van life barber. That's me, your boy. So, first, the question is why? Why are you living in a van? The number one question is, I live in California. You gotta say it like my boy E40. But California expensive, my boy. It's like, I'm single, so I wouldn't have no roommates or nothing like that. I'm really not the roommate type of guy unless I am a roommate type of guy, but not for renting. I don't know. It rubs me the wrong way just to be splitting some rent. But in terms of mortgage, I'll split some mortgage. You feel me? California is expensive. Cali is expensive. It's $2,000 roundabout for a one-bedroom apartment in the city that I live in, and it's doable. But do I want to do it? No. So I decided to go ahead and move into a van, and that's where we are right now. The real reason why I moved into my van was because I was living with my brother. He decided to move in his girlfriend, and they basically decided to like move out, and that basically left me with a big bill on rent rather than having some roommates that I was actually cool with having. So in that situation, I was left with that high tax on rent in California, in which I decided to avoid. I had been thinking prior to moving into the van that it might be a good idea, it was adventurous, and things of the sort, something different essentially. So I had thoughts of it when they put the news on me. I pretty much was like, what options do I have other than paying $2,000 for some rent? So I moved into the van. It's been man, it's had its ups and downs as anything in life. You know what I mean? Yeah, but overall, it's been a great decision. Moving into the van has been the absolute greatest decision I've made my entire life. I'll be totally honest with you guys. It's had so many benefits. It's just had so many lessons and benefits that it's abundant. I'm forever grateful for the van, man. I'm forever grateful for the van. Another major reason why I moved out was because I did want to become financially stable. And so I wanted to become financially stable. Paying $2,000 worth of rent was gonna basically it was gonna hinder me to get into my goal as fast as I wanted to. And I want to get there as fast as possible because why the heck not? You know what I mean? If I can, I will, and I'm willing to make it happen. So those are like the three major points on why I decided to move out into the van. Ultimately, it was my choice. Everything in life is all about choices. The only thing that I can control is my choices and the way that I react to things. So I chose to move into the van and see how uncomfortable it would be. See if I was able to deal with the discomfort of living in a van. All right. I'm gonna just go ahead and run down all the questions I figure that you guys have about me living in a van, and then I'll kind of give you guys some extras at the end. No real format, just going spitting off the top of my dome. So another question I would expect that you guys have is, so why, how? How do I make it happen in the van, man? How do I make it happen in the van? I don't even know. I be feeling like, but honestly, it's not difficult at all. It's all about your perspective. You realize that you don't have to stand up at all times. You know what I mean? When you're at home, most of the time you're sitting anyways. You realize that the necessities, the things that you may have thought were necessities, such as running water, aren't necessarily necessities. You can make adjustments, and you can make things happen. So I go to the gym to go ahead and take my showers, And then to brush my teeth, I'm always at the shop, so I brush my teeth when I'm leaving the shop, and then obviously when I take a shower in the morning at the bar or at the gym, and that's how I make that happen. How I cook, I actually got freaking like a little stove, so essentially a little kitchen. I'll give you guys a tour of the van one of these days. I'll get to it, but yeah, that's how I make that happen. How? Last how is how do I find a place to sleep at night? Pretty much I can sleep anywhere. I usually choose like stores. So I'll choose like Walmart, you know what I mean, or one of those parking lots. And then you can pretty much use your imagination on whatever. The rest of the stores that I pretty much park at, but Walmart is like the main place. Yep. So that's that. Another question is I would imagine that you guys have is how long have I been doing it? I guess that goes back into how long have I been doing it? Since January of 2020, right during COVID. Your boy was thugging. Or was it 2021? Yep, it was 2021. Excuse me. So January of 2021, I moved out of my apartment. December 31st was the last day. So January 1st was my official first day, and yeah, so it's been about a year and a half, just a little over a year and a half. Once again, I have nothing but great things to say about the van. Don't get me wrong, there is some risks, there is some danger, and there is some negative things that I had to deal with living in the van. But overall, it's been a great experience, you know what I mean? So I have nothing but positive things to say about the van. Would I recommend it? That's a hard one. That's actually a question I've never asked myself, or I think I've probably been asked before, but it just takes a special type of individual to be able to endure the solitude, first and foremost, the confinement, there's such a small space. So I'm kind of got to leave that one up to you guys. You know what? I'll answer the question. Yes, I do recommend it. I do recommend it because you'll get to know yourself. You'll become more financially stable, and you could travel. So yeah, man, you get to travel. That's, you know what I mean. That's a great benefit of it. But yeah, man, it's a great life to live. Van life is amazing. Van life, barbering, they just go together. It works so amazingly because I'm in the barbershop all day for the most part, so I'm like literally not even in the van. I literally just go there to go camp out real quick. Then I'm back in the barbershop living. I got my Xbox over here, you know what I mean? I got like a little blender to make my smoothies in the morning. Yeah, man, I'm just, you know what I mean? I think that most people, they complicate things. You think that you need a lot more than you actually need, and when you break it down to your bare minimum necessities, you'll realize you don't need much. So the message I want to leave you guys with today is don't worry about what anybody else thinks of you. You got to go, you on your own journey, and I would say, you know, you on your own journey, get to where you going, and whatever sacrifices you got to make to get there, make it happen. We got this. You did.